Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. If you're new here, I like to talk about all things luxury. So if you're into that kind of thing, feel free to subscribe and come and join our little luxurious family that we have here. We would love to have you. We are back with the luxury news. Apologies if there's any echo in here. It is still kind of empty. I just recently moved. There is an apartment tour already up, so if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I uploaded it like a few days ago. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that we're back with the luxury news. Haven't done one of these in a while, and I'm really excited to get back to them because there has been quite a bit going on. I've noticed that a lot of my luxury news stories come from TikTok, and I know that there's quite a few people who watch my YouTube channel that aren't on TikTok. So I feel like you guys shouldn't miss out on the drama, so I have to bring it here. I have to bring it here so y'all can know what's going on. Now, first things first, I'm going to talk about the one that I think is the most interesting. And this is the Margiela Tabis thief. Tabby thief, not a thief from a store either. Let me tell you what happens. First of all, let's talk about what the Margiela Tabis shoes are, why it's a big deal. These shoes are pretty expensive. They are the ones, and I'm sure that you've seen them. If you haven't heard of what they're called, you've probably still seen them. They're the ones that have like a hoof, like there's like the big toe is in one pocket and then the rest of the toes are in like another little pocket. And I will put some pictures on the screen, of course. The ones that I see most often are the boot version. I actually like them. They don't go with my style at all, but I feel like if you're like a really like trendsetter, fashion forward person, I feel like you can pull these off. I feel like there's a lot of people who can pull them off. A lot of people do it really well. If you have like a unique style, they go really, really well with it. I like them. Let me see how much they go for because I don't know exactly how much they cost. I've seen some on TheRealReal going used for like $600 or $700. I'm on the Margiela website and I'm looking at some Mary Jane Tabis right now. These don't look exactly like the ones that she had. I don't think that hers had a heel on the back, but these are $990. So we're talking about $1,000 shoes here. There's this girl on TikTok. I'm going to put her page on the screen so that way you guys can go and watch the originals on TikTok if you want, and I'll link them down below. But this girl met this guy on a dating app. I think it was Tinder. She met up with him. They hooked up at her place and they were talking about Tabis. They were talking about her Tabby boots that she had on the shelf. And then she also had a pair of Tabby Mary Janes on the very bottom shelf, but they were talking about the boots that were on the top shelf. He's like a New York fashionable guy. She lets him use her phone to change the music on Spotify. Seems totally innocent. This is going to come into play in a second. So the next day he leaves, they say their goodbyes, and that's supposed to be that, right? Well, she then notices that the shoes that were on the bottom shelf, the Mary Jane Tabis that I mentioned, they were gone. They were nowhere to be found. Didn't know what happened to them. Only person that had been over there was obviously him, so she went to go reach out to him to see like, hey, like, do you know where these went? Do you know where I put them? You know, like just maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was an error. Maybe she put them somewhere and she didn't remember. So she goes to reach out to him. She checks her phone and he had deleted his contact out of her phone and deleted the history, like the call history, so that you couldn't see like what numbers you previously called if they had called and contacted each other before. So she could not reach out to this man. So she did the only logical thing and went to TikTok, which is what you have to do. And she posted his profile picture like from the dating app. And she was telling girls, she was like, beware of this man. He stole my Tabis. And as TikTok does, TikTok found him. They were able to connect her with him. And she ended up getting like his information. I think she said she DM'd him on Instagram first. And then at some point there was a text thread because she shows the text thread. And this is where it gets interesting. She got a hold of a picture of his girlfriend, found out that he had a girlfriend. Not sure if the girlfriend and him have like an open relationship, whatever the case is. Not really worried about that part. She found the girlfriend, or people on TikTok found the girlfriend, however it happened. And there's a picture of her wearing the Tabis, wearing the stolen Tabis. So now not only do you know that they're missing and somebody took them, you know that this man gave them to his girlfriend, gave these shoes that he stole to his girlfriend. And the girlfriend is showing these off on social media, like as people do when they get gifts from their partner, you know, totally normal. That part's normal. She has a screenshot of this and she's going back and forth with this man. And eventually he just says, all right, you got me. I thought I'd get away with it, but you got me. Just admitted it. Honestly, I wish more people would just admit things that they did. I wish that they would just be more like that and admit things that they did after they really messed up, because yes, it was a messed up situation, but like just give the girl the shoes back, like, and then you guys can end it. So she records them meeting up so that she can get the shoes back. She said she recorded it in case any like funny business happened, but she got her shoes back, thankfully. It's so rare that people get their stolen items back, especially directly from the person who stole them. I just think that this story is very special, and I feel like those shoes are always going to hold a place in her heart now. So we'll move on to the next thing. The next thing I want to talk about is these Cartier love bracelets breaking. Not necessarily breaking, but getting loose and unscrewing and falling off of the wrist. The reason that I started looking into this is because Lou posted a video, and I'll put her information on the screen too. She posted a video saying that her love bracelet fell off again. I didn't know that it had fallen off before. I wasn't really involved in this love bracelet story thing, but I was like, oh, that's weird. So I watched the video, and then I looked at the comments. I have some of the screenshots of the comments here because I just thought it was so interesting how many people that this has happened to and how much these bracelets cost and how much maintenance people are putting into them just for them to stay on their wrist and not get lost. Now, a lot of the comments were about how you can send the bracelet back to Cartier. They can do the new mechanism or whatever it is and replace it for you so that you don't have to worry about it falling off of your wrist as much anymore. I thought this comment was interesting too. Cartier will offer to send a love bracelet out for the new screw mechanism. Mine came back within 3 weeks of leaving it with them. Came back looking brand new, no charge, wonderful customer service. When you wear multiple love bracelets, the daily vibration will naturally cause the screws to loosen. White gold tends to stay much tighter as the metal is naturally stronger. I don't think Cartier ever anticipated people wearing multiple love bracelets when they first came up with the locking design. Tighten your screws often and insure your jewelry. If you don't care to insure it or carry a screwdriver with you, this is not the bracelet for you. All jewelry requires some level of care. I thought it was interesting though because so many people do wear multiple love bracelets, and a concern about them like vibrating against each other and just getting loose, that's wild because these are so expensive. I think the regular standard one is about $6,000, at least last time I checked it was. Probably went up since then. And then I went on TikTok because I wanted to see other people who had lost their love bracelets. I remember seeing a video of a girl like crying, and I found that video again, and she's like sobbing, and she's like, my love bracelet fell off, like I couldn't find it, I lost it. Which obviously is like a very valid response to losing such an expensive piece of jewelry. So I'm reading the comments on her video and seeing how many other people had the same issue. First comment says, with these new ones, it does fall off and loosen a ton for the first few months. As you wear them more, they get a little dirt in them and stay on better. I have to worry about losing my love bracelet in the first few months that I got it. Like, that is so rough. Somebody else said, I lost mine too. Mine gets loose too. Mine always gets loose and I hate it. Another one, my love bracelet has fallen off too. Not acceptable. You should go to Cartier. This is a huge issue. Somebody else said all the rich people on here relating. And I just thought that was crazy. Like, have any of you had the same issue where your love bracelet has fallen off or you've lost it or the screws come loose and you have to tighten it every single day? Like, that is insane for a bracelet that costs that much money, especially because the whole idea of the love bracelet, I feel like, is for it to be secure on your wrist. The whole reason that it has screws, the whole reason that it's like, on all the time and hard to take off. I feel like that's the whole point. So if you have to give this, I understand that all jewelry has maintenance. I get that comment and it's very true. But if you have to worry like this, like that's not normal jewelry wearing experience. But also, I'm not a big jewelry person, so I may feel differently about this than other people do. And some people may feel like it's worth it to tighten their love bracelet every day and they still love it and they still want to wear it. But I personally, like, after knowing that, I'm never getting one. I was not really going to buy one before. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I was still open to the idea. But now, no, I just know that it's not for me. Like that one comment said, if you're not willing to carry the screwdriver around with you and all that stuff, like, it might not be the bracelet for you, and it's not the bracelet for me, and I know that. This next one is the last topic that I want to talk about today, and it is about TheRealReal. So I did a pretty in-depth video on TheRealReal not that long ago, maybe like 3-4 months ago. I will link it down below, but I came across a really interesting video last month. It was like the beginning of August, I think, when I saw it. And it's this girl, and she's saying TheRealReal lost her mini Kelly. So she sent it off to TheRealReal. She decided that she didn't want to sell it anymore, so she had them send it back to her. And when she got it back, it was just an empty box, no bag. Mini Kelly was gone. Now, we know how much mini Kellys go for resale. I believe that they're around $6,000 or $7,000 in the store, which is already a lot of money. But resale, these bags are going for like 20, 30K. Like, they're going for a lot of money. So getting an empty box bag from TheRealReal, like, you would be absolutely just livid. So when I first saw the video, there was no resolution to it. She said she was going to post an update when something happened, but there was no resolution yet. There was nothing that had happened yet. So I'm reading through the comments, and I did see somebody said, file a police report, submit to your insurance, seriously. And Victoria, who's the original creator, responded saying they took care of it. I have a really great point of contact who has made things right, and I'm happy with the outcome, making an update soon. That was on August 23rd. She didn't make an update, so I don't have another video or anything to show you. I'm glad that they made it up to her, all that stuff. But the more concerning part is everybody else in the comments who had a very similar issue with TheRealReal. Now, you know, I already don't trust them. Like I said, made a whole video about them. People don't trust them. Like, they're not trustworthy. If you choose to buy from them, sure, I honestly still buy from them. I buy things from them that I know that I can get authenticated. If I were to buy like a Birkin from there, I know that I can send the photos to Baba Bebi and we can get it authenticated, all that stuff. Selling to them is rough. I sell shoes to them and that's it. I've never sold a bag through them and I never plan to. But here's some of the comments. So they should comp you as if they sold it successfully at a higher price. That's what they did with me for a Bottega. So they lost hers too. They lost a Versace outfit of mine. You have to call and text them every single day and not give up or they will never compensate you. They lose a lot of money because of this and they try to avoid compensation at all costs. I tried every day for 3 months. The only thing that worked was losing it on the phone with a woman. I had enough and kind of went off. Woo, I don't trust nobody. I always record me packing and unpacking a package, which is a very good idea. I totally agree with that. They took my 3K YSL bag and sent me an empty box too. Somebody else said, and they lost my LV Arclight sneakers. Is that how you say it? I don't know. TheRealReal is so done. They lost my Cartier love bracelet after about a month plus of arguing. They finally paid me out for it. Same, brand new Chanel boots were somehow lost. After 2.5 years of pestering them, they finally gave me a laughable $500. Insane. They lost so many of my items, it's insane. Just so many comments saying the exact same thing. Like the exact same thing as something happened with TheRealReal. That is insane. You just have to be super, super careful out there when you're sending in items. Like I said, I am okay with buying from them because I feel like I have good judgment on some of that stuff. I know where to get stuff authenticated. Like, I consider myself a pretty experienced pre-loved buyer and I will buy something from TheRealReal, but not anything from TheRealReal. We're not just buying anything. And I'm definitely not selling anything that is all that expensive to them. They will take shoes in like most conditions. So that's why I sell my shoes through them because like Fashion File and Rebag won't take them if they're not in like really, really like pristine condition. But TheRealReal will. So I'm still going to sell to them because I have like a lower risk on that side, but a bag, never sending it back to TheRealReal. Ever, 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 ever. So that's all that I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am happy to keep making more of these. If you have any video ideas for me in the future, please let me know. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put my Instagram on the screen. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.